If you want more power, control and rhythm on your forehand without muscling the ball, then the way that you load your legs is crucial. And so in today's video, I'm going to talk you through a concept about leg loading that you may have never heard before, and is going to definitely help you to hit a higher quality forehand. So the forehand loading tip that I'm talking about refers to late loading. Before we get into late loading, I'm going to just say this, that most recreational players are loading on their forehand side a little bit too early with their legs. So this means that they're sinking down into the loading pose too early before they strike the ball. And so if you're loading too early before you strike the ball, this means that there's a kind of pause in the kinetic chain and pause in your sequencing. And if there's a pause in your sequencing, in your shot in any way, this often causes you to leak power out of the kinetic chain, which then actually results in a arm dominant shot. Even though from the outside, and if you look at your forehand on video, you might be able to see yourself loading the legs really nicely and thinking that you're getting a lot of power from the ground up and utilizing your legs to initiate the hip rotation and rotation into the shot. But in fact, you're actually loading too early and therefore pausing in the stroke and causing a lot of power to be leaked from your forehand. So if you want to avoid this disconnect of the kinetic chain and start hitting really heavy topspin balls, then you want to start loading your legs a little bit later. And the precise moment you want to be loading your legs is right around the racket drop phase of the swing. So as you're taking your racket back into this racket drop, it's almost as though the racket drop and the legs work together. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, this later loading on the forehand side is pretty tough, and it's tough for your timing and your rhythm of your stroke if you are used to loading your legs a little bit earlier. It will take time for you to change and for you to notice when you're loading and how to load with the racket drop. But the key things that you should do to help you to achieve this are: number one, track the ball incredibly well. So tracking all of the ball characteristics as it's coming over the net. You want to be setting yourself up, moving your feet incredibly quickly, intensely, to get yourself set up behind the ball and to know exactly where you need to be to contact the ball as efficiently as you can. So as this ball is rising up to you and you begin that racket drop phase, it's like you can feel yourself sinking with the racket drop. So by really exaggerating this motion at the start and feeling that real big sink as you drop your legs with the racket drop is going to help you to feel that feeling even more. And so when you're in that loaded position with the racket drop on your legs, you then don't have any time to pause. What you need to do is accelerate forward into the forward part of your swing because that ball is ready to be hit. So this rapid fire of load and unload super quickly helps you to release that stored energy as effectively as you can. And none of that power that you've stored is going to be wasted. It's all going to be going into the shot. And so this helps you to optimize your kinetic chain, and therefore you're hitting the most optimized shot that you can. And this is going to help you to hit with more heavy topspin, with a more penetrating type of shot. And now this isn't going to work on every forehand. When you're pushed out wide, this is obviously not going to be able to be possible because you're going to be too off balance and you're just going to be trying to get that ball back in any way possible. But on a rallying type of shot, when you're in a rallying situation, hitting cross court, for example, if you've got more time to step up into the baseline, then utilizing this footwork and utilizing this quick spring-like load and unload is so important for a more effective type of ball. So guys, some key drills that you can do yourself to work on this is, first of all, shadow swing. So you can do this from anywhere. So drop with the racket on your toes, take back and drop. And then guys, from that shadow swing, you can then feed yourself a ball, or if you have a partner, get them to feed a ball to you just on the same side as yourself, just feeding up to yourself and loading and feeling that rhythm perfectly. And so guys, from there, once you've done those few drills, you can get someone to go down the other end, feed to you, or you can then move on into a rallying situation to feel that. Make sure you're filming yourself from the back view or the side view to see yourself whether you are dropping with that racket drop into the forehand. So guys, I hope you found this tip helpful. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. And guys, if you need any help with your technique, whether that's on your serve, forehand or your backhand, then down in my description box below I have 3 key technical guides for you. They're all free to download, and they talk you through the key technical fundamental aspects of every stroke. So make sure you go and download them if you want to level up your tennis.